Greetings guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monad and this is my channel Evolve with Monad. For those of you that are new here, I am a professional intuitive empath, and if any of you guys are interested in booking a reading with me, you can find me on evolvingwithmonad.com. That is my website. We will schedule a time to do a free consultation just to see what your needs are, and we'll move on from there. Now I'm going to jump right into the video. This is about it's a companion video to one that I just recently loaded regarding stop letting other people dull your shine. And you know me, I do love a quick fun fact and a tip. So let's go through 4 quick steps to stop allowing people to dull your shine. The reason this is so important for us as divine feminines, empaths, intuitives, light workers, you name it, is because we have terrible times regarding boundaries. Our personal boundaries end where we begin and someone else ends, or where we end and someone else begins. This means that other people's energetic imprint can easily be put on us if we're not protecting our energy and taking care of ourselves. So here are the 4 quick tips. I'm going to go through them quickly and then we'll rebound and go through them even more deeply, because I think sometimes we just need to get in and out. For those of you that want to be in and out, let's go. Start putting yourself first. Number 1. Number 2, speak up for yourself. Number 3, let the worry go. I know, guys, easier said than done. And number 4, not your circus, not your monkeys. I have a friend that says that all the time, but it is, in fact, the truth. Let's go through them now a little bit more in depth. More often than not, would-be energetic vampires are not necessarily or consciously trying to hurt you, but they need their need filled. This reminds me of the work of Eckhart Tolle, who talks about the pain body. An energetic vampire has a cavernous pain body, so they'll create havoc in or drama to try to drain you. And so it's really important not to be insensitive. You want to definitely kind of gauge what you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a narcissist, they're doing it on purpose. Okay, covert, malignant, duh. However, when I say duh, I'm like, guys, please know this. But the thing that's really interesting is that most people find themselves being projected upon by others who would normally be like, oh no, you go first, or hold the door, or you might find yourself kind of putting yourself before others. And so when you're tired, it's important to refresh yourself with a nap or healthy food. Don't feel guilty for taking time to help yourself be the best that you can be. You will be more able to support whoever if you feel like it when your own tanks are full. But sometimes saying, no, it's my turn, and yes, when you feel it's necessary, it's important to support your needs. It will help you build respect from others and often clarify the communication in all directions. I love this. The biggest thing that I learned over the last few years was to say no. No, I don't want to be at every event. No, I don't want to see you all the time. No, I don't want to be there. No, I don't want to go there. If I feel weirdly about protecting my energy, even if it's not because someone has offended me or been a vampire, because that's not always the case, guys, right? We're not always dealing with spiritual warfare. It could just be that we're drained. And when we're empathetic, we have a need to go within, to be a hermit, to kind of regenerate. And I've learned that so deeply about myself, so I don't put myself everywhere. Even if I adore the person I want to spend time with, if I don't have enough to give and to be quote unquote on, I don't do it. My no has garnered me far more respect than my infinite, freely handed out yeses. I once had a narcissist say something to me that was poignant. You are too easily won. When you don't put yourself first, empath, that's the energy that you give out to the universe. And while the narc was a narc and it wasn't fun to hear, it was really brilliant intel as to the way I was perceived and behaving by the outside world. Maybe there's a gut check in there for you. Are you too easily won? Are your yeses too prolific? Pull it in, rein it in, sprinkle in a lot more no's. You'll feel better, and then the world will know you are to be respected. Number 2, speak up for yourself. Listen, this part is so hard for us. Marianne Williamson talks about saying, you play, you're playing small does not serve the world. And I really think that that's so important. You're playing small does not serve the world. It's okay to have self-confidence. Kindly and firmly let people know where your boundaries are by telling them when something they said or they asked felt disrespectful. They might actually appreciate the feedback. I've had that happen. It's been an adjustment for a lot of people in my life over the last few years to figure out where the boundaries were. with me, where I stopped and again where I began. And after years of being a codependent, years of being a people pleaser, I started saying firm, absolute no's. And I started letting people know, you broke my heart here, or this was offensive. Or I would stop them dead in their tracks and say, that right there, that's what I'm talking about. We already talked about this, and yet this is happening again. I had to do this with a myriad of people, and it made people uncomfortable. I even had one covert narcissist, in anticipation of the tongue lashing or the boundaries I would set with her, say, geez, you really have been sticking up for yourself. I would hate to see what happens if you were ever to call me in to task. Yeah, that's the power of your energy. Even though that all happened, she knew it was coming because she knew that my boundaries had shifted. I was no longer the doormat that she had delighted in trampling upon. And for some of you, the very same may be true. Stand up for yourself, keep it firm, keep it honest, and stop being a scapegoat. Standing up to people is a warning sign that you will not take their crap anymore. Let go of the worry. Y'all, mental health days, whoop, whoop, for the win. I love it. Or a week. Stop feeling guilty for not straightening up your room every day like everybody else, guys, or for leaving a dish unwashed for a day or two, or taking a nap when you need to. Stop feeling guilty, period. This is something I'm still working on, guys. This is why I say we evolve together, because I haven't exactly figured out that completely. But what I have done is release a lot of the guilt. I no longer feel guilty for people that treated me shitty and then thought that I should turn around and treat them kindly and should kiss their feet and make them feel comfortable with the disrespect they so willingly and gleefully doled out to me. Maybe you guys can relate. I had a friend of mine that used to say, Monette, you are not the Christ. I would be upset if I dropped an orange aroma. I feel bad because I don't want anybody to pick up the orange that has the germs on it. And so I would try to take it to the manager. And one friend watched me do this whole elaborate thing. And she says, why didn't you just put it back? Well, there's a thing about integrity. But I was like, I felt guilty. She said, you're not the Christ. Indeed, that is true. Sometimes we have Catholic guilt, Jewish guilt, mama guilt, all kinds of guilt, right? And that is not something you have to hold on to. Release that for your own health, okay? You and you alone know what you've been needing and what you need to get done. So prioritize yourself and stop being so guilty about the little things. Also, stop feeling guilty when you put someone in their place, when you set a boundary, when you ask for your space. Stop feeling guilty. If you spend all your time taking your power back and taking your time back, but the other half of the time that you are away from the people that you're taking your power back from, worrying about how they feel about it, F y'all. I do believe there is a TED Talk somewhere that says that precisely. F Stop worrying about that, because they're not worried about you. Very often the people that have trampled or betrayed in or lied to you are not giving a damn about what your feelings are going through. So I'm not saying tit for tat, butter for fat. I am saying take your power back. Release the guilt. Number 4, it's not your circus, not your monkeys. The moral of the story is everyone has their own issues and the lenses that they place on their life, guys, to muddle through. We are human, we are beautiful, we are messy, we are controlling, insecure people, sometimes that all have needs and wants. And being such, we have our own experiences that shape our reactions and our interactions. If a person likes to live a small, minuscule, insecure, poverty consciousness existence, they'll try to fit you into the box, shaped by the view of how they see their reality. Message, that's such an important lesson that a lot of us miss. And if you don't fit in that box, they'll try to fit you into it by reducing you. Come on, word. Come on, message. How many of us, especially empaths, intuitives, anybody that is clairsentient, audience, psychic, has had someone diminish our capacity, our intuition, our knowing, because it made them uncomfortable, because they couldn't see the world through that lens, or because you were great, you were interesting, dynamic, vivacious, they were threatened because they wanted to sit on their couch and not do anything, or they were not willing to push past their own boundaries. Specifically in my life and my story, you guys can see me in my other videos. I'm a plus size Black woman. I'm a part of the LGBTQIA community. I've had a lot of strikes by society against me, and people were very offended that I dare opine and live my life proudly and boldly in all of its grand messiness, that I did not apologize for my existence when they were maybe smaller, maybe more Caucasian, or maybe more Asian, or whatever different ethnicity than me, and they struggled with who they were trying to be. They were what society said, maybe blonde and blue, maybe they were from a wealthy family, but they felt like I was living like I was under the land of opportunity. That's because I had a mother who exposed me to good poetry. Maya Angelou says, for you phenomenal women out there, pretty women wonder where your secret lies. You are not built or suited to fit a fashion model size. And when they start to ask you how they think you're telling lies, it isn't the span of your hips, it is in the width of your smile. It is the diamonds meeting at your thighs. I'm remixing it because it's been a while. But what I will tell you, amen, is that you can live unapologetically proud in your skin. And when people can't do that in their own skin, they will seek to make you feel diminished. You can't sit with us, right? Mean girl shit. But that's not where we exist, empath. We are superhuman. We are powerful. We are divine. It doesn't matter what the body that you're in is. It is now your time. Stop allowing other people to reduce you to their inability to climb out of the box and their inability to grow up and get to their appropriate energetic size. Don't let people treat you or make you live your life through their very limited, so sad eyes. Yeah? I love that part, guys. Not your circus, not your monkeys. When you notice that this is happening and another person is trying to make small talk or give you a backhanded compliment or use it for their own ends, just politely remove yourself from that person's company if possible and mark it down in your mind that what they're saying is their own version of how they see you, not how you truly are. Take flight from their judgment based on thin air and leave that circus behind. I love that so much for you guys. And those are your quick messages today. 10 minutes, 11 minutes, we got it in. I want you to remember you're powerful and that you do not have to be controlled by anybody else's thoughts. This is what you need to do. These are the 4 steps to help you push through. Maybe you can resonate to some of the things I said, but even if you can't, you now know that you are powerful enough in the future when this comes up to not be put under someone else's foot or restrictions because they have never felt like they were enough. Yeah, amen. Come back and join me next time, guys, and we will continue to evolve together.